Hi guys, and we're gonna cover a game of mine today where I play white and my opponent is rated 2089. So I start off the game with e4. He chooses to play the Caro-Kann, which goes along the lines of c6, d5. I play knight f3 here. He plays d5 as planned. Here I have two options, whether I want to take the pawn or not. I choose to take the pawn. He takes back. I do d4. He plays knight f6. Till here it's standard stuff, and here I play c5. c5's intent is to open the position a little and give a little space to your other pieces. And in some cases he can take the pawn, which opens up your bishop as well. Normally they don't, but yeah, it's a possibility. So he develops his knight, I develop mine too, and he pins my knight to the queen. So here I felt like the move bishop e3 was a better move from what I played. I played c5. Now I'll run through what was going in my mind. So clearly after this move, bishop g4, black is threatening to take my knight, followed by me taking it back and him taking the pawn on d4 with his knight, which is unprotected. So here I thought that if he took the pawn on c4, then that would create more problems for me, as his queen would also be another attacker on d4. So here, to prevent that from happening, I played c5. This was a mistake from my side. So here he takes, and here I had to damage my pawn structure and take with the pawn. He plays e4, opening the position as he has a better one. Here I pin, he takes, and before taking back with my queen, I first take his knight with check, and then I take the pawn with my queen. Here he plays bishop e7, standard moves, he wants to castle. Now if you see carefully, my pawn structure on the king side is not very favorable. So I can't castle king side. I have two options now. Either I want to castle on the queen side or I don't at all, as we'll see in the future. So here, as I can't castle in the king side, I play rook g1 and he plays queen a5 immediately. The intent being to play bishop c5 as my pawn is unguarded. So here I play bishop e3, defending the same, and he castles queen side, which is an interesting choice because now it just leaves me with one free pawn and another. So here he has just given up two pawns, but what does he get in return? This. Now the idea behind taking this pawn is, you must be thinking, why did he take the pawn? Isn't it an obvious capture? But no, it isn't, because my bishop is pinned to the king right now by his rook. That was the whole idea of playing rook e8. Anyways, now after thinking for quite some time, you can pause here to find the move. I thought for about 1 minute and I played this move. Now you must be thinking, I've just left my bishop open to be captured, followed by his rook. But I threaten something bigger here. If you see, his threat only limits to taking my bishop with his bishop, and that's it. But before that, I can play queen c6 check, followed by mate. So he's one move late. So here he's forced to play queen b6, the idea being to protect the c6 pawn from being captured and attacking my bishop at the same time. But this gives me an opportunity to queenside castle. Now you must be thinking, why am I giving a free bishop and a pawn? So the idea is to run my king away as soon as possible, because I'm already up on material and my only play here is to exchange as much as possible. So he takes, I take, and he takes the free pawn. Here you can again pause the video to find the move. After this move, my opponent resigned because there was no play for him. Congratulations if you found the move. The move was knight a4. The idea being, you prevent his queen from doing any sort of checks, and you also deflect his queen away from this pawn, which helps my queen take it and create a checkmate threat. So here my opponent resigned, lending me a win. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.